Yo, yo, what up, what up? Going live here very quickly. Give a little, just give a little something for all y'all. I had some pretty good questions today regarding working with contractors, as a matter of fact, and I thought that was a pretty good subject I haven't hit on very much. So as you guys are jumping on, what I would love from you guys, I want to know your name. Post your name and what market you're in. Throw that in the comments. I want to give some shout outs. And I want to jump in here and give a little, drop some knowledge a little bit about working with contractors, where to find them, what does a good contractor look like, how to pay them, that kind of thing. So this is going to be all about finding contractors, working contractors. What does a good rehab budget look like? I actually pulled up a rehab budget that we just finished one of our rehabs. So I want to show you what a good contractor will do. And so when you guys are jumping on, throw in your name, throw in the market you're in. If you are wholesaling, if you are flipping, give me any information you want to give me. I want to give you a shout out. Stacy from Iowa. What's up, Stacy? Stacy, did I get back to you? I think I got back to you about the renegotiation, I believe. Let me know if I did. Again, if you're just jumping on, give me your name, give me the market you're in. If you're wholesaling, if you're flipping, if you're buying rentals, if you're a newbie, if you're experienced, doesn't matter. Let me know. Throw it in the comments in the chat below. You're wholesaling. Love it. Remember, give me your name. I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard does not allow me to see everyone's name. I don't know why. So here you go. Brooke, what up? From Southern Maryland. I do see you, Brooke. Interesting when I don't see someone's name and I see other people's. Don't know. Do you have an example of an amendment form? An amendment to a contract. I'm happy to give it to you, but I think just making sure. Like, so for example, the individual who asked that, please let me know your name. Really appreciate it. And to clarify your question right here, an amendment to your original contract that was signed by the seller. Is that what you're asking for? If it is, I can help, but I just want to make sure I'm answering your questions. Ricardo, what up? Flipping and new construction. Great. This is going to be an awesome quick training here for you. Spend a couple minutes, spend 10, 15 minutes with you guys. What's up, Mary from Massachusetts? You are doing Airbnb, Burr, flip, development, land. I love this, Mary. You are balling. Love it. Andrew, San Antonio, baby. Andrew, great market. San Antonio, I have wholesaled many homes in San Antonio. What a great market there. Are you wholesaling, Andrew? Stacy's question, yes, I did get back to you. I have another San Antonio. Andrew, there's someone else who mentioned San Antonio. I just don't know who that is. Remember to mention your name so I can give you a shout out. Say what's up. So just a little background about why I'm doing this training. I have rehab flipped roughly 600 properties in my 14-year career. I have done it many times wrong, and then the majority of the times I've done it right. So what I want to do is it was a question posed to me by a student in one of my coaching programs about how to work with construction crews, or contractors, I should say, how to pay them, how to get a bid from them. So we just kind of went over this whole idea of how to work with contractors. And so I wanted to bring it up really quick. So first, let me answer you guys this. The first thing is, where do you find a good contractor? My world, all of my world, I tend to lean on my sphere of influence or circle of influence first. I will always ask others if they know of any good contractors, right? So whether it be, another wholesaler, rehab flipper, colleague, agent, title company, loan broker, I'm always going out and asking for what I want. What I'm doing and how I'm doing that is I'm simply asking for a referral. So I'll paint a picture and say, hey, I'm looking at flipping a couple homes. I just need to make sure I find a good contractor. Do you have anyone that you know of or you've worked with that is an A-plus contractor? And so I go through my social media on that. You guys might be following me on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or any of my social media. You will see me post when I'm searching for something, right? So I will usually post in my social media when I'm searching for anything, this subject matter happens to be about contractors. So that's the first place I start when looking for contractors. Somewhere in my world is where I'm going to start. Now, the next thing is you might be able to go out and drive certain neighborhoods if you are marketing certain neighborhoods and simply find rehab flips and walk into them and start trying to talk to the contractors that are in the rehabs. That is another way of doing it. Because honestly, there's so many rehabs going on right now, specifically here in Phoenix. And I'm also in Oklahoma City. I don't know if you guys knew that. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there are rehabs going on everywhere. I'm in all of those markets. And so it doesn't take a lot for you to drive down a certain neighborhood to see if there's any rehabs going, for you to be able to walk in, pop in, and see if you can find the general contractor. So that's the second way that I would likely look to see if I can find a contractor. I'd like to find contractors in the neighborhoods that I'm about to buy a flip in. So I would likely do it within the neighborhoods I would be buying this flip in. So those are my two main ones. It is almost always worked out that if I just ask enough people for good references, I find the person I'm looking for. So for our rehabs that we're doing in Oklahoma City right now, the way I found those contractors is through another wholesaler that I'm friends with in Oklahoma City. He gave me a list of a couple people. I started making some calls. Next thing you know, I have 3 different contractors that I work with in Oklahoma City, actively remodeling 2 homes right now. I think we close on our 3rd tomorrow. And then we will be having 3 active remodels going at the same time in Oklahoma City. And so I got those people from other wholesalers who also rehab. And so asking is your number one shot. That's the first place I would tell you to go. Put it out in social media. And when you're having conversations, make sure you are asking those individuals. Now, the next thing that came up was like, how do you get a good budget from them? Now, for me, I've done this long enough and I know kind of price per square foot here in Phoenix and essentially the same thing in Oklahoma City, and materials have gone up and labor has gone up. So it can vary slightly over the last 6 months or so. But the reality is I know if I'm buying a 1,500 square foot home, I'm roughly going to be spending $45,000 on a remodel. And I mean a full-blown remodel, like redo the kitchen, maybe take down a wall, right? New flooring, new paint, new bathrooms, full-blown remodel, right? So I budget something about $25 a square foot for my full-blown remodels. It's getting closer to 30 these days, truthfully, but that's what I budget. Now, how would you know that a contractor is giving you a good bid? Well, if I can, I want to share my screen. Share my screen. What just happened there? All right. Share screen. A lot of hurdles to jump through to share a screen. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm hoping you can. This is my construction company that I use for my rehabs, K10 Companies. Here they are. Here's their information. But look at the breakdown and the itemized bid that they give me. Demolition, then remove kitchen cabinets, remove laminate flooring, remove blah, blah, blah. Remodeling, frame the down, in the drop down living room to make some level, blah, blah, blah. Dumpster, electrical, all switches and plugs switched out in the entire home for white. Finished cabinetry, painting, cabinetry, countertops, cabinetry, flooring, appliances, painting, electrical, ceiling fans, bedrooms, families, new, vanity lights, new bathroom mirrors, blah, 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 boom. 6 cans in the kitchen, plumbing, flooring, remodeling, $30,927. And you have a price for all of it. What I don't want you guys doing is I don't want you guys going out and finding a contractor that says, hey, it's going to be about $35,000 to do this job. Well, where's my $35,000 being spent? You want them to submit you a bid, just like I have there. I have others that I don't have a lot of time to do this training with you guys, but I wanted you guys to understand the guys out in Oklahoma City did the same thing. They had to give me an itemized bid. One of the guys out in Oklahoma City gave me such an itemized bid, he broke out the material versus the labor cost. So I would have a list of material, and then I'd have a list of labor costs pertaining to what they were doing. So it was very itemized. Obviously, I started working with him because there was no, you know, there's no question of where my money was going, what type of remodel I was going to be doing, right? And so very important to get that. Now, what ideally you would do, unless you're at a place like in Phoenix, I use K10. They are my guys. I've been using them for a very long time. They also work with Open Door, Redfin, OfferPad, and all the big boys. So they know how to run at scale. They know how to take on a lot of projects. One of the hurdles I find, and I know some of you watching this are contractors, one of the hurdles I find is contractors don't tend to be that organized. They don't tend to be great business people. They might even be able to give you the bid, but then, keeping on time, keeping on budget, things of that nature, that's really important, right? Where are they sourcing the materials? K10, for example, warehouses all of their cabinets. They have a massive warehouse out in Mesa, Arizona. And so I know cabinets aren't going to be a problem. In other markets that we're doing remodels on, cabinets are a problem because they don't have them. So they do have to order them. And guess what? Selective cabinets are on back order, right? And so it can become an issue depending upon, how good the contractor is. So I would tell you, make sure you have 2 or 3 different contractors bid your properties, especially until you find someone like a K10, right? And the reason why I have 3 different construction crews in Oklahoma City doing 3 different of my remodels is because I don't know which one is better than the other. So far, they've all done well. So far, they all submitted line item bids. So far, they approved the payment structure. So far, they all signed the agreements. They've done all that. But we will see if there's one better than the other. And then the other thing that I wanted to bear with me, guys. Let's see, contractor agreement. I might share this with you if I can pull it up quick enough. Yep. Okay, so let me show here. I also give them a contractor agreement that they have to sign. And here's one of our most recent ones from one of our properties. We bought this one. Well, this is signed. The contractor agreement signed March 9th, 2021. MJR Realty is my company. And then you have the scope of work. I have the time completion, the contract price, progress and payments, all the breakdown here, general provisions, and then everyone has to sign down here. Now, I couldn't find the executed one, but I found this one. I don't believe this is the executed one. Right. So I make sure they also sign a contractor agreement with me. If they're unwilling to do that and stand by their work, they just don't get the job. Not a big deal. Some people don't want to do that. They just don't get the job, and I'm okay with that, right? And so I make sure that they sign that as well. So not only do they have to give me a bid, then they have to be willing to sign an agreement. The way I pay contractors, and I got about 5 more minutes here, guys, so I'm trying to go quick. But the way I pay contractors is I pay 50% upfront, and the last 50% I break out into 2 separate payments. I break out into 25, but the second payment comes after an agreed upon benchmark. Meaning, let's just use the example. They demo the whole house. They all the drywall goes back up, what they need. They take down any walls that they need. They start plastering the walls. And once the paint and flooring are in, then I'll give draw number 2. Then they can go and finish the kitchen and finish the bathrooms and all the more expensive stuff. And then the final draw is at the completion when I walk through the home and say, good job, here's your check for the final draw. That's how I pay them. And it's all in the agreement that I actually just gave you. So some key points here for this quick 15-minute training when working with contractors. Find them within your sphere of influence. You have friends, you have family members, agents, loan brokers. People know contractors they've worked with that they will refer you. 2, make sure that they can give you a line on a bid and do, multiple contractors bidding out each property until you have a good, solid contractor that you can rely on. And even then, have like a 1 and a 1A, right? And so always have multiple bids on each property. 3, make sure they're willing to sign an agreement. That contractor agreement I wrote out. 4, make sure that they're willing to take 50% on the first payment, 25 and 25. The second payment is at a certain benchmark. The last payment is at the end of the project. So I wanted to open up for a quick Q&A. I know I got some people making comments. If you're here, let me know your name and what city you're in. I want to answer some questions for you, drop some knowledge. Hopefully this was some good golden nuggets for you guys who are flipping, that want to flip. Hopefully I helped you out here. All right. Got a bunch of wholesalers. What's up? I've spoken with contractors. Mark Gaskins, you have a couple questions. I've spoken with contractors who are also investors, and so far they're looking to make a profit like I am too. Fair enough. You know, many contractors want to flip homes as well. I gotcha. Not sure if there's a question here. I had someone say, check references. Don't go with the cheapest. You get what you pay for. 100%. I don't know who said that. Put your name in here, but 100%. Check your references. Don't go with the cheapest per se, because you tend to get what you pay for. 100%. Modulars are the way to go. As a matter of fact, whoever said that, thank you. That mobile I just did was a modular. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Mark, do you ever offer a percentage of the profit in lieu of upfront fee? I don't, Mark. I do know people that do that. They basically partner with the contractor. So the contractor essentially pays for all of the construction materials, etc., and then they split profit. I do know of people that do that. I don't. I guess my question back to you is, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just pay for it? 50, 30, 20 is what I offer. That's fair. That's fine. That's a good, split. Essentially what I'm, teaching and what you're already doing is you don't give them everything up front. You give them enough to buy some of the heavier materials, right? That's why I go up to 50 on the first draw, so they can buy some cabinets and some more expensive materials and make sure that they can pay themselves a little bit, and then they leak out the rest. Mark is in California, investing in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Good to see you're virtually investing. Are you wholesaling primarily, Mark? Kristen in DFW area. What's up? Mary, what's up? Cool. So this spawned off because a student of mine in the Level Up coaching had some questions about a rehab. This is some of the answers. We obviously went deeper into it as we were in coaching. By the way, soft sell here. Warning, soft sell. If you're interested in me coaching you, personally coaching you, to help you scale your business from 10 to 20 deals a month, I'm in 5 markets doing 10 to 20 deals a month in the wholesale space. I'm buying rentals. I'm rehabbing. If you have interest in that, let me know here in the comments, or you can go to the scienceofflipping.com and fill out a quick form. Soft sale. Don't take me if you don't take me up on it if you don't want to. But I do coach from people trying to find their first deal all the way to trying to become more profitable because they've scaled their business too big and they're not making as much money as they thought. And I've coached everywhere in between. If you're interested in that, just let me know. Go to the scienceofflipping.com or make a comment right here below. Happy to talk to you, and we can go from there. So what's up, Mark? Need to upgrade the wholesaling game in order to getting into opportunities. Dude, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see where you're at, Mark. I don't have a whole lot of time, but curious to see where you're at with the wholesale game. You're wholesaling out in Atlanta. I'm assuming it's going really well. Atlanta's a great market. Let me know where you're at. Let me know what's going on. Maybe throw me a direct message and we can chat. John McNeil, what up, dog? What up? All right. Cool. For those of you who don't know, we have our live event April 22nd, 23rd here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm bringing in my entire real estate team, flying in my COO, Casey. It is not a big event. It is intensive. If you want to be a part of that intensive, there are limited seats available. In fact, we may have even just sold out our last seat to the live component, but we definitely have the virtual option. If you're interested in doing the virtual event, let me know. We may have sold our last seat. But if you're interested in going virtual on this event and engaging with us and asking questions, spending 2 days with me and my team, if you're interested in that, send me a direct message. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Just send me a direct message. Happy to help. I'm trying to get my first deal now. I'm 19. I love it. I have a guy here. He's 18 years old here in Phoenix, Arizona, crushing it. He might be 19 now. Jacob, he's absolutely crushing it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You just need to go all in and make it your duty to win at this game. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Hopefully you guys found this well and helpful. And I actually got to run. I'm a couple minutes over. I got to roll. Peace.